Howdy. Howdy, guys. How's everybody doing? Sorry we weren't on here last week. Jess, Tessa and I, Dennis decided to have just a day off, and we have no idea. He was too busy fiddling in a bat cave, playing with bat guano, I guess. I don't know.
Actually, I was working on a costume.
Costume repairs?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Gauntlets. So.
New gauntlets, or?
Not really gauntlets, but I'm sort of rebuilding some old ones. So.
Okay.
Yep.
So, as you see, we usually have a brown colored wall behind us. Just to give you a little bit of a heads up, that's what we've actually been doing. So last Monday, we actually tore apart my daughter's room and repainted it. Now we've got the hallways, only half the living room done. So this is the blue color we've got for this is our accent wall behind us. So, a little bit of, so yeah, I mean, keeping you guys up to date on what Jess and I are doing when we're not doing Heroes for Kids stuff. And then I hope everybody had an awesome, I guess, election day, I guess you could say. Hopefully everybody got their right candidate, and if you didn't, well, maybe next time, and if you didn't vote, it's your own fault.
Right.
Yeah, so enough on that. Well, I ended up having to work last Tuesday, or potentially I was on call, basically. That's odd.
Why is it odd?
Well, that it's gotten to a point now to where our law enforcement has to be on call. Some of our law enforcement officers were on call for the election day.
Okay.
Just in case people wanted to be idiots.
Yeah.
And
which is possible.
Just in case people didn't want to use their heads.
Yeah, common sense. I mean, come on. So I do want to send a shout out to our Heroes for Kids members that helped Next Level Cosplay down in Cape at the Cape PD for their event. That was awesome. Shout out to Next Level Cosplay. The pictures and what videos I saw, that was awesome. Again, wish Superman could have been there. But again, Superman was needed up here just in case I got called out. Thankfully, I didn't get called out. We didn't get called out for anything stupid. So, I mean, for the election purposes, I mean, other than that, I mean, there was people that got, I mean, we were still out doing our job.
Did you actually expect people to break out in fights or something?
With some of the parties that we had, not parties, but political parties, stuff that we've got going on. And
people were not using common sense.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a long story. So, yeah. So, really want to thank everybody for, hanging tight with us. We will also, again, the $12,200 $12,200 we ended up raising at the Heroes for Kids Comic-Con. We
added extra to our total when we did the Deadpool and Wolverine movie down at Cape. We had 3 limited posters for Deadpool Wolverine signed by the artist.
Yeah, we had 3 limited edition posters that were done by artist Steve Geiger. They were we actually got to see him finish editing the poster, the drawing, and we actually printed them out at the show that Saturday. There were only 3 left by Sunday evening.
Right.
And so, but I want to send a shout out to Steve Geiger for the limited edition print, and also Tom Rapka, because he was he also helped on it as well.
Do we have any left?
Oh, they are completely sold. Yeah, they are gone.
Because people have asked people have asked me, do you have any left? And I'm like, I think
The Wolverine Deadpool ones are gone, but we do have
We
the
do have some of the limited edition Heroes for Kids.
Heroes for Kids Comic-Con ones.
Okay.
We still have some of
They
those.
were specifically asking about the Wolverine.
Yeah, no, those are going. No, if you want one now, he has altered it just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the first run,
Right.
because it has the Heroes for Kids logo and Villainous Grounds logo on the bottom of it. We had the first runs when he printed them out there, because he finished it literally at the show, and then he altered it a little bit to where and did a limited, and then is doing another limited run.
Hi, Rachel.
Hey, Rachel. Then he's also doing another limited run of it, but it's going to be at. He's going to be up at in Chicago.
Okay.
I think it's Chicago Fanboy.
Fan Expo.
Or Fan Expo. He's going to be up at Chicago, and he's going to have a limited run of them up there with the alterations that he's done.
Okay.
Yeah. So go up there and see Steve Geiger up in Chicago, and get one of those Wolverine Deadpool prints. So I mean, so yeah. So I want to say thank you to Steve for that. Thank you for the movie theater for letting us come in and do the meet and greet at the movie theater, Cape Theater, for Deadpool Wolverine. Sorry, spoilers. It was an awesome movie. It was good to see Wesley Snipes, Elektra. Wesley Snipes as Blade. Jennifer Garner as Elektra. Then you got they brought back X-23 from the Logan movie. Chris Evans, they brought him in as Mr. Or the Human Torch. But if you look at his dress for the Human Torch, it was the bottom half was Captain America, the Captain America belt and the fatigues, and then the top was his Human Torch shirt. So yeah. And then also Channing Tatum, it finally took him 10 years. I got to see some behind the scenes footage. I loved it. And if you missed the Easter egg at the end of the movie, or not the final scene at the end of the movie, and the question is did the four of them survive when Deadpool is in the TVA monitor room? You actually see Gambit walking across one of the monitors.
Yeah.
So yes, he did survive.
From what I
Now,
gather,
as
they
to-
all did.
So as to what universe he is in, don't know, because that movie never got made.
Right.
I wish it would have, because
I have a feeling we're going to see him, because we've at the end of the Marvels we saw the X-Men in the cookies at the end credit scenes. Okay, so between this and the Deadpool movie, within the next 2-3 years we're going to get an X-Men movie. That's
from what now rumor has it, I don't know if it'll be Channing Tatum. The rumor has it that Gambit and Katie Pryde are supposed to be two of the main characters for the new X-Men reboot.
Right.
Through Disney, which is awesome because Gambit's getting a big push right now. He's now back out into the forefront. Granted, the memes are hilarious, don't get me wrong. Now, for people that don't understand a Cajun accent, that was a Cajun accent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, for Gambit to make a movie, they're gonna have to change the dialogue just a little bit. So, or you're gonna be watching a movie in subtitles.
Right.
Dialect.
Or the dialect. It's, and again, here's a little history with
They're going
Gambit.
to have to lighten it up a bit.
Yeah, here's the history with Gambit a little bit, or a little bit about Gambit.
Hi, Wyatt.
Hey, Wyatt. Here's a little bit about Gambit. Okay, Gambit, yes, born and raised in New Orleans, or Louisiana. Let's just say Louisiana. That way we
Right.
don't get thrown too off.
Right.
Okay, born and raised in Louisiana. Okay, He has traveled the world as a thief and as a superhero. He resided for most of the comic book tenure, in Westchester, New York. Okay, just like anybody, you move from one place to the other and stay in an area long enough, your dialect is going to change.
Yeah.
So, that being said, if you are an avid X-Men reader, it states it in several different times throughout the comic book, because Gambit does not hold a strong Cajun accent because he moves around so much.
Right.
So for him to, for instance, when they had Tyler Ketch do Gambit in Wolverine Origins,
right,
the voice that he does in that is awesome. The X-Men animated series, they've had, I think, at least 4 to 6 people that have voiced Gambit in the animated series. Each one has a different dialect when they do his voice. I mean, the animated series, the original animated series in the 90s, had 2 different people that did his voice. Okay? The video games had at least 2 or 3 different people to do his voice. X-Men or Wolverine and the X-Men, somebody else did his voice. When it was X-Men Evolution, somebody else did his voice. So again, there is no, and again, in the comic books, Rogue even brings it out and says, "Hey, your Cajun dialect is gone, and your accent is gone." So again, he can be he adapts to the area where he's at. So in
Jennifer Wright brings up a good point. She says, "Isn't he a master thief too? Doesn't his skill include blending in?"
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it does. So, so again, with Gambit, and with this being a different alteration, I guess you could say.
An iteration?
Yeah. Alternate universe, so it'd be an alteration.
Alternative.
It's not Tyler Ketch's Gambit from Wolverine Origins, which is the Fox, Tyler Ketch is the Fox Gambit.
Right.
So Channing Tatum's Gambit would have been that end of the Fox, beginning of the Disney era Gambit. Right. So it would have been a whole new multiverse per se. So, with us not seeing Channing Tatum's Gambit, nobody knows what he sounds like. So, does he sound more of? Did that Gambit live all his life in the Bayou? Possibility. Did he not? I mean, he did not have a. I mean, they even say something about it in the bantering back and forth between Deadpool and Gambit.
Right.
Because again, Gambit even says, "Yeah, I think I was born here." Technically, yes, that was right. Gambit was born in the void, or Channing Tatum's Gambit was born in the void.
Okay.
So what we got to see. I think Channing Tatum lightening up on the accent, not losing weight, but toning down. Getting that athletic build, not that stocky build like he had in the movie. The costume, his suit, spot on. I think, the movements with the cards, the bow staff. Other than the accent, again, I have nothing wrong with the accent. I think my daddy shot me up and all that other kind of stuff. They could have probably done away with that, but I think other than that slapstick comedy portion of it, I think worked out great. I think Channing Tatum slimming down some or toning out and loosening up on the accent just a little bit, I would definitely be looking forward to seeing him again as Gambit in a future X-Men role. Wolverine, midget Wolverine, or short King Wolverine, basically, is what I think what they called him, which was the comic book accurate Wolverine.
Jennifer says the version we got seemed like a final evolution of potential Gambit. I'd love the journey to get to that Gambit. Totally agree.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But again, I still think tweak down the accent just a little bit.
Just a hair.
Tweak down the accent just a little bit because, I mean...
You don't want everybody sitting through the movie going, huh?
Yeah. You don't want, that, because again...
Yes, a Cajun's hard to understand, but give them some credit, they still know how to speak.
Yeah. And again, we're not watching Waterboy, the sideline coach from Waterboy.
Right.
I mean, and I'm not saying Gambit, Channing Tatum's accent was that bad. It just tone it down to where you could understand it just a little bit more. For people that don't understand Cajun, and yes, I do understand Cajun. I can speak Cajun a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit. The Deadpool Wolverine movie was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking forward for hopefully another movie. I hope that wasn't the last. Hopefully this strikes up and we get to see Up in the Marvel movies and not them coming out with crap here lately.
Yeah.
And we have to commend our gentleman that played Colossus.
Yes.
He went all out to the point of painting himself silver.
Yes, he did. That was awesome.
Yes, he did.
4 coats of paint by the time we were all done.
Yeah.
And whoever got him the paint, he after wiping the paint off, he still sparkled. He was almost Twilight.
He was almost a vampire.
He was not that bad.
No.
But no, and then like I said, our next outing we were just actually discussing this. But again, shout out to Next Level and our Heroes for Kids volunteers that went down to help Next Level at the Cape PD this past Tuesday. That was awesome. Our next thing we have is Toyman up in St. Louis in Bridgeton at the Machinist Hall. They have special guest Doug Rice. So Pinky in the Brain. So yes, he's going to be there. See, you need to come up for Toyman.
Yeah, I know. I do.
You need to you dress as Brain and I'll dress as Pinky.
Okay.
I mean, we've got the height right, don't we?
Good grief.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong, but he's not right either.
Don't Brain, what are we going to do today?
The same thing we always do. Pinky,
Same thing we do every day.
take over the world.
So
It's like, or the other way is, you know what I plan on doing? And he's like, yeah, I know, Pinky, or I know, Brian, but where we going for a tattoo party this time of night? North!
So, again, looking forward to Toyman.
Oh, Lord.
Let's see. Looking forward to Toyman, and then after Toyman, that is the 25th of this month. Then we go to
August 31st, we have a special event.
What's that one? Is that
We're going to be putting a shout out for volunteers for that one.
okay? What day was that?
It is
August
31st.
August 31st. We're going to be putting a shout out for that one to help out. What's the location of that one?
Cape.
Okay.
Well, Capitol Hill Park, or
I believe so.
Okay.
Think so. Anyway.
That'll be fun, so we'll look forward to seeing everybody at that event. We'll get a little bit more into that closer.
And September 2nd, we have the Advanced Labor Day picnic.
Oh, yeah, Advanced Labor Day picnic. That's always fun.
We got to be
that's
down there
on
by
the first.
9.
Yeah, we get down there because they get to see us in the parade.
Mm-hmm.
They get to see, and then we
Hand out awards.
Hand out awards for the car show.
And we'll have some happy people because they spent all last year asking me, where's Superman at?
Yeah, I was.
You were laid up.
I was laid up with foot surgery.
Yeah, I told
That
him.
was literally the
Yeah.
weekend I had my foot
Yeah,
surgery.
I told him he didn't stick the superhero landing,
Yeah.
so he couldn't.
Stepped on a piece of kryptonite.
Yeah, so that'll be awesome getting to go out there for the Labor Day picnic. I missed it so much last year. Yeah, that's right. I was actually I wasn't in a boot. I was in a surgical shoe because I just had surgery. So wow, that man, it's already been a
We
year.
could call it a Kryptonian boot and you just touched on it.
Yeah.
You couldn't make the ride.
So yeah, we've got Toyman, we got
Hello, Chuck and Chris.
Chuck and Chris.
Chuck Cockrum and Chris Prater.
Hey, so we'll be looking
And
forward to
For our cosplay volunteers, keep a lookout on the events and updates page because that is where the events are going.
the events and updates page for those that are not on the events and updates or don't have Facebook. We will personal message you to find out if you can make it.
And that is only 2 people.
And that is only 2 people that we're aware of.
That is only 2 people that have the agreement with me that is how I will reach out to them.
So we're looking for, so we've got, and that's volunteers. And again, Toyman, if you guys want to come up to Toyman, send us a shout out. Well, Jess can send a shout out for whoever wants to. We don't have a lot of space behind the booth, but we're always looking for extra volunteers to come up. Not only help us, help us spread the word on Heroes for Kids, but come up, have fun, and it's a fun time.
See the kids and families.
Yeah, see the kids and families that come in. I've sat there and I have people literally coming for hours just to come and say hi. And you never know, some of our celebrity friends that live in the area, every once in a while drop by our booth.
Yep.
Matter of fact, the last Toyman, Wyatt Weed showed up.
Yep.
Sweet.
So I sat there and chatted with Wyatt for what? We talked to Wyatt for almost an hour.
Yeah.
So
probably.
yeah. So we got Toyman looking for, and then we can't wait for the one at the end of the month. We'll be doing shout outs and everything for it. So Jess will be getting a character list on that one, and we will go into more detail in the next couple weeks. And then we have the Advanced Labor Day picnic. So we'll definitely be looking for people to come out for that one. And then we have.
That's where we're stopping.
That's where we're going to stop. I know Simo Khan is somewhere in there. I think that's after that, but and that's going to be a fun 3-day weekend. So yeah. So it gives you an update on what's going on. Again, Jess and I have got a mess of a house.
It's not horrible.
We somewhat got it straightened up. We painted, the paint's dry. So still haven't gotten photos and different stuff on the walls. Started getting some things back to normal. The TV, my entertainment area in the living room is getting ready to be discombobulated. It's where we can't watch TV upstairs anyway.
Right.
So that's going to be discombobulated a little bit. Actually, I could probably still do it, just have to move it away from the wall. I don't know.
Right.
I'll have to see. So, like I said, it's a hit and miss on what's going on. We will definitely try being back here next week for next weekend, because that means we'll be getting ready for another show. Sorry, it sounds like I'm talking, doing most of the talking. Dennis, you got anything?
You got it all covered. So, okay, so Jennifer said, y'all are so cool. One of these days I'd love to make one of y'all's events.
Oh, definitely.
Something about, he totally ate that like the rent was due.
Huh?
Totally ate that like the rent was due.
What was that from Jennifer?
That was from Jennifer.
Jennifer, what you talking about? Is that Channing Tatum or on Gambit? Or
Yeah, right after she talked about Gambit, she said he totally ate that like the rent was due. LOL. And then Chuck said, I can eat Cajun.
Oh yeah, I love Cajun food.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I love Cajun food, but here's the sucky part about Cajun food: is I've got a bad ticker.
Chris says, hopefully my unicorn will be in by the parade.
Awesome. Yes. But no, I've lived with a bad ticker. I've lived with a bad ticker all my life. Hey, don't lose that. I got that fair and square. That's
in the movie.
You threw the other one into wet paint.
We got this fall. This was the first time Jess had ever cosplayed
And my husband about died.
Of Raven that I created.
And my husband about died.
I created the character Raven, so it is not the DC character.
And my husband about died.
The character is a female version of the Crow.
Right.
I am a huge Crow fan.
You think so?
And
And again, that was the year my husband
yes,
about died.
Because I took Jess on stage and she she has a stage fright. So what happened was
if you knew she was like that, why did you make her go through
I
that
did
fashion show that one year?
That was her idea.
Was that her idea?
Yes, that was
It
her
was
idea.
not my idea to walk. But the lovely lady that asked me, I couldn't tell her no.
Why?
Because she's a very sweet lady and I couldn't tell her no.
There you go. Okay. I didn't know she was stage fright until we did the Crow and Raven. Mm-hmm. But the cool thing about it is I made the backstory for the Raven character. Mm-hmm. I come up with the whole concept, I literally designed her whole costume.
Right.
Created the whole costume, and
Well, I figured out what I wanted for the costume.
Right.
You did all the makeup.
and
helped accessorize it
I helped. She threw ideas at me, mm-hmm. and it was one of those things. This is what I have pictured in my head. She goes, what about this, and this? Yes, that would work. So we worked on everything. And from there, I literally got her makeup done the morning of the show.
Okay.
And
How long
then
did it take you? How many hours?
not long.
30 minutes?
30 minutes?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
We get to the show, and James O'Barr, the creator of The Crow,
Right.
is there. And he had a pretty decent line, so we stopped in, we said hi real quick, and I said, we'll come back later. About an hour or two later, I guess, we finally went back, and he didn't have anybody at the table, and that was when I turned around. I told James O'Barr the backstory of the my Raven character, mm-hmm. and I told her, I told James, I said, if you don't approve of this character,
I'll go change it.
we'll go change. She will go back to because we were literally right across the street from the venue, and she goes. She will go and she will change. I will not do this character ever again. Right. I said I want your approval because number one with you,
Instead, I inadvertently
became the stalker.
Stalkered him through like 4 shows back to back.
Yeah. And she did that character every show.
Mm-hmm. Just and it was not intentional.
Yeah, it wasn't intentional.
No, it was 3 shows.
3 shows?
Yeah.
We ended up becoming and acquaintances. We became acquaintances, so it was awesome. So I can't wait for him to come back down this way to where see how he's doing and everything. So yeah. But no, back to the. How did we get on the crow kick?
You did it. The Fright Fest ball.
Oh, the Fright Fest ball. No, you did it because you threw the Fright Fest ball at me. But no,
I didn't throw it at you. I threw it at Dennis.
Threw it at me.
There's a difference.
And then you handed it to me.
And you said, "Oh, breakfast."
You told me not to lose
Then
it.
you went on to crow.
Okay, but Cajun cooking. I love Cajun cooking. But the problem is I've got a bad ticker and I cannot have
Most Cajun food.
I can't eat most Cajun foods that have shellfish in them. So
Which is most of
we
them.
have to
Yeah,
alter the
which is most of
recipes. So I can still eat it. I just can't eat it with the shellfish. So better stop that because I'm getting ready to slide into that. Oh, come on, shit.
So you can have crawdads and
I can't. Woohoo!
you can't eat lobster.
I can't eat lobster, crawdad.
Crabs.
Nope, I cannot.
Roaches.
Nope.
Sorry, that one actually went a little lower than I intended.
You almost had 3 balls.
Yeah.
That part of my hair.
But so yeah, I love. So what other comments do we have?
Chris says, hopefully my unicorn will be in by the parade.
Oh, forgeries.
Oh, butchers.
Speaking of, what are you doing
Now
next Saturday?
Now I can party's hair.
Next Saturday. We're doing inventory. Phone forgery style.
I guess we're going to be doing inventory.
Well, we got new stuff coming in. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
So Phone Forgeries has got new stuff coming in. So we will get that going. We will get that added. What?
I'm thinking.
Does it hurt?
Thank God you quit playing softball.
That damn lightweight football just doesn't throw where the hell.
And see, look, there's abuse live on TV.
Elder abuse on TV.
Nope.
Elder abuse, ancient abuse. Come on.
Same thing.
I know it's in there. You can't see it.
But
No, I do have an amusing tale to tell.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
It's there. Probably just shot it up.
You know how I've got the apartment building right next to my duplex, right?
Right.
Okay.
He's got him a honey.
No. But
You won't let her out.
there was a couple of people in one of the lower apartments. They were looking out the back window, and I was just sitting there on my back porch, drinking some iced tea and kicking back. And I was like,
Granny's peach tea.
yeah, Granny's peach tea. Yeah. Yeah, no. Anyway,
That took like 10 seconds longer than it should have.
yeah. Don't judge.
It's his old age.
Yeah, it's old age.
It's his senior. It's his.
no
seconds for the taste buds.
It's his senior citizen brain.
Yeah.
No, it's
So
excuse.
anyway, so
Take it.
my sister came over, and I was visiting.
Oh, how is she doing?
She's fine.
I know.
She wants to thank you for giving her a reference.
Okay.
So it's been helping out. So
Good.
She's got some prospects here.
Awesome.
And
Cool.
the bad news is it looks like her husband's terminal.
Oh,
So
man, I'm sorry to hear that.
He's got some. They're talking sometime in the next year that he's probably gonna pass. So once that happens, she's got plans to get a job down here, and then she's going to move in with mom and dad to help them out. So
Okay.
okay, and so then once dad's old, dad's in bad shape too.
Right.
He's not terminal, but he's in bad shape, and yeah, he's we're figuring within the. In the
I was
next
gonna say,
5
I
years
saw
or
your
so.
mom and dad last week or so.
Yeah.
Your dad's pretty spry.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He's still getting around, but like I said, he's 87, so he's got more years behind him than he does in front.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So once he passes on, then mom's gonna have a roommate, kind of thing. So
Right.
and then so anyway, she looks and she sees that I've got that Aquaman trident,
Right.
right? So she goes, "You been playing with that thing?" So I went and got it, went out in the yard, and I was like, doing it real fast, and I look over and the
Do I need to show you how to use it?
no, you don't. I got it.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. So anyway, the people in the apartment were over there.
You know, it's nothing more than a big lobster fork. Come on.
Yeah,
I know.
it's just a big fork. I'm not
We know that.
Yeah. You don't have to agree.
I mean, come on.
It's ready for the Mongolian beef. Anyway.
You didn't show up for a painting party.
Yikes.
Hey, I've been telling everybody that way I can get my house done. Free food, free beer.
Oh, no, we never said anything about free beer.
Okay, well, at least alcohol can be involved, but free food, alcohol.
After the painting's done.
After the painting's done, and some good company.
I'm glad you stipulated that.
There is no alcohol while
You can drink
painting.
Alcohol after the painting.
See, look, his old age is already kicking in.
Alcohol.
So anyway,
Yeah.
of course, the next door neighbors are like,
I thought they were like that
he's
anyway.
messing with the trident out there. And then my sister, she says, "Oh, I see you got some swords here." So I'm out there. They're like, "Who are we living next to?" You can see it in their face.
Laffy Taffy.
Slow lay down.
Anyway, but it's like our other neighbors when they saw my costumes hanging up to dry after I washed them.
Oh, I'm sorry, girl.
They were like asking Mom, "How old's your son? Like 20 or something?" I was like, no, it was like late 50s and I'm 60.
Huh? What? You know what? Cosplay is for everyone.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Cosplay's for everyone. I don't care, who you are.
the duplex across the street from me, I've come out I've come out as Wolverine,
Yeah.
obviously. I've come out as Batman for a few things. And now they hang out in the front yard waiting to see what
Waiting
they
to
do.
No, here, and this is on a serious note. Sooner or later, I'm going to have to hang up my cape for Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, getting up in age, but unless I can find somebody that can do a professional wig for me, to where,
Or if you do a 5-finger discount at the Superman Museum.
no, that's not going to happen.
Now,
But no, if I can find somebody that does a real good wig and can do a good,
that looks realistic.
that looks realistic, that I can put on, because again, right now the solar panel on the back of my head, I can, I have to take a little bit of stuff to put up there to make it to where it doesn't blind people. Or it doesn't a solar beacon for the airplanes in the sky. So it's, but it's going to get to the point. This is going to end up being cut differently, unlike what she wants done. But unless I can,
You want him to shave his head?
she doesn't want me to. But if that gets any much larger, it's going to happen. It'll be cut short. It's either that or I let just the top grow out and I start combing it all back.
You could do the Trump style. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, do the flip back, not the comb over. It's the flip back.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's keep the beard. Find something I can. I'll be looking at changing up characters a little bit. Again, wigs are great, but I gotta be able to find one that's actually going to be, for instance, you watch Channing Tatum in Gambit. Channing Tatum is actually buzz cut.
Mm-hmm.
So the balaclava and everything, that's actually a mesh that goes across the top of that, and it's basically a wig cap that's actually on top of that balaclava, and with the hair flipped over. So yeah, that is all fake. So
you need to find out who his tailor is so you can get.
Definitely. But I ain't got that much money.
That's true. But even he didn't probably pay for that. It was,
But no, it's one of them things that, I know some of my costumes are either going to have to be altered, or I'm going to have to start slowly backing out of them and find either that and find somebody else to step in my role for Superman, or some of the which is going to kill me because I love doing Superman. That's the reason why I'm hoping I can find somebody that can do a real good top of the line wig for me.
you may have to switch over to Jor-El or.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt by the time before it gets to, I would have to find a way. But I'm not going to do the Marlon Brando Jor-El. I will do something like the Russell Crowe version. That way you don't have to shave and all that stuff. Well, no, like the animated series, Superman the animated series.
Mm-hmm.
Or even if you look at at even in the comic book, they have
John Byrne style.
Yeah, they've got him more in a full suit style, almost a Kryptonian suit.
Right.
So there's different versions. I'm already thinking. So, but I can't do the bright silvery white robes. I can't do that. Maybe even go Kryptonian armor. There we go. Kryptonian armor from Man of Steel Jor-El. That would be cool.
I was looking at.
There's a guy up in Kansas City. There's a guy up in Kansas City that actually makes that suit, the full Kryptonian armor.
Right.
Yeah. If you see Jor-El wear or Russell Crowe wear in Man of Steel.
Remember in the death of Superman when everybody was walking his casket to its final resting place?
Are you talking
the comic book?
Okay, comic book. Okay.
Okay. Right. Okay. So he's been killed by Doomsday. He's in the black casket, and everybody's walking him to his final resting place.
Right.
And you got people lined up.
Well, he's on a horse and buggy, and they're
right, exactly, right.
And they're walking beside him. Right.
I was looking at some pictures of that, and I noticed that the Green Lanterns were wearing what was known as funeral garb.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't wear the regular
Yes.
outfit. They had on like a long.
They had
green,
on
long green coat. Okay.
Yes.
So what I'm looking at is to see what it would take to come up with something like that, like what they wore at Superman's funeral.
Cool.
And wear something like that to.
If you travel. Okay.
Because like Zach's wife, she always dresses as Lois from the animated series. Okay. Something like that where it's people go, oh crap, that is tied in somehow to Superman, and but something that's sort of narrower in scope than sort of like if I showed up dressed as Hellbat.
Right.
Hellbat's only been in one comic.
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that.
I think we need to have, since Deadpool and Wolverine came out, I think next year would be a perfect time to have the X-Men.
That would be fine.
A Storm Metropolis.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Set up a X-Men style photo shoot.
Yeah.
We just did that a year or so ago.
Yeah, but we did that at the park.
We did that. Yeah, no, we didn't do that. But that was for that. Was the one we did. The one we did a couple years ago was for a special occasion.
Yes, it was.
Right.
And we had.
Oh, you're talking the wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The proposal, yes.
Now I've got a better suit. I've got a better. So
and no jumping off the top of a sign.
that didn't pop my knee out of place.
It didn't help it.
You don't stick a superhero landing. Remember when we took the pictures on that wall over by Pizza Hut over there, and you jumped off and about crippled yourself?
Huh?
Okay. Where Pizza Hut is.
Yeah, I know the pictures. I was the one laying on the parking lot
Yeah, you
taking
were laying
them.
on the parking lot. Okay.
We were watching her go on
Yeah,
parking
she's
lot.
like, you doing this, okay?
Help me, Superman! Click, 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 click.
Then you jumped off, and I guess you took pictures of you like taking off, but gravity kicked in, obviously, and you jumped down to the parking lot, obviously.
Oh
But
no,
then
my
you-
foot slipped. I caught some loose gravel. There was some.
Okay.
Yeah, there
There
was
was some loose
rock there.
gravel. Yeah, I did. No, it wasn't. It wasn't that my balance gave out.
No.
It was I caught with them.
You still didn't
gravel
stick the
that it did.
superhero landing like you should have.
No, yeah. Yeah, because that one there I ended up on my butt on that one.
Right.
Because my the gravel kicked my feet out from underneath me.
Yep. Your Superman boots. Do they have grippers on the bottom, or are
The
they
ones
smooth?
the ones now do.
Okay.
When he
the
jumped
one-
off that wall, they were slick.
Yeah,
Right.
the ones
See,
that-
that's the thing.
Or the ones you were in that one.
Yeah,
were
the
slick.
ones I was in were in that one were slick.
Because usually the superheroes that do the flying stuff usually have the slick bottoms, whereas the street levels like Nightwing and Batman have cleats and all that stuff.
Not Flash.
Well, Flash has superpowers and Speed Force jazz and all that stuff. So, but I'm talking about like flight. Flash doesn't fly. Okay, and he's got grippers.
Yeah.
He's got
Now,
grippers.
not grippers, but I got. Have you seen? Right now, have you seen the new Absolute Power storyline now that they've got in the comics?
No,
That's going on right now.
no.
Where basically Amanda Waller has taken over, has created her and Madame Brainiac, or Queen Brainiac,
Okay.
have made a league of Amazos.
Okay.
Okay, and they're wiping out or depowering heroes throughout the DC universe.
Okay.
And they depowered like Superman, Flash, basically all of Justice League. Green Arrow is actually bad now. He's actually on Amanda Waller's team.
Okay. That blows my mind.
Yeah. So Superman is now in the regeneration suit. So he's coming back out in the black and silver suit. Batman has a new tech suit. Wonder Woman has a new armored style suit, a little bit new 52, a little bit of biker Wonder Woman style costume. Flash has got a new costume. Aquaman has got almost a Scorpion vibe from Mortal Kombat to the point where he's got goes a little bit back to the.
Back to when he had a harpoon for a hand.
Yeah, he's got blades, detachable blades on both his fists,
Okay.
and he can shoot them out like harpoons. What? Oh, hey, I got it over here. Come here. But Batman, sit. Okay. Batman has actually went back. Batman has actually went back to part of his new gear. He's back to the purple gloves. It actually looks pretty cool. I have to get one of the comic books from downstairs. But Amanda Waller has taken over or captured several of the, and in issue 2 of Absolute Power that just come out this past week, this past week, they influenced Amanda Waller and her crew down. Good girl. Amanda Waller found a way to infiltrate the Fortress of Solitude that they were using as a hideout.
Right.
And Superman self-destructed. Superman has self-destructed the Fortress of Solitude, so it no longer exists.
Oh boy.
So yeah. It's getting pretty good. So, but no, I'll have to show you that.
Did he do it while she was in there?
No, unfortunately, she was at her base, and yeah. Jonathan Kent is turned almost cyborgish because of Amanda Waller and Queen Brainiac.
Okay.
So they captured him. Which is take Superman off. But no, it's a good read. I just read it the other day. The new Uncanny X-Men just come out this past week. That is an awesome read as well. What you got?
It says Jane Chaklos. That's Facebook.
No. The new Uncanny X-Men is a good read. Just read it. Rogue leads a team with Gambit, Wolverine. Right now, it's just Gambit, Wolverine, and Rogue right now on the team. So they're building their team up. So, but no, the first issue, Gambit has the second. What's the eye called that Doctor Strange has?
Eye of Agamotto?
Yeah, that's it. But Gambit has the second one.
Oh, there's a second one.
There's actually 3.
Okay.
Yes, it's actually comic book lore.
Right.
Yes, it's actually, yeah. Doctor Strange has one.
Right.
Gambit took one from a big snake dragon in issue 1 of Uncanny X-Men.
Okay.
Yeah, and then made a deal with him after fighting him. The Avengers couldn't fight him, but 3 X-Men fought him and beat him. Gambit, Wolverine, and Rogue beat the big flying dragon that
was it Fin Fang?
No, it was not. I'll have to get the comic book for it. Tessa!
Yes, Dad.
Go get my Uncanny X-Men #1 from downstairs. You know where you put it.
Yep.
And hurry, please.
Yep.
Don't fall down the steps.
Oh no.
But that way, yeah. But no, Gambit comes away during the fight. Again, Wolverine talks about, this dragon, the Avengers could barely beat him. And took some heavy damage. And they're like, be quiet, don't go. No, and then all of a sudden the dragon wakes up and they're like, well, crap. And yeah, they bested the dragon. Gambit got the eye and made a deal with him that in a year's time, basically, he could come back and reclaim it. And
so in other words, he's just going to hand it back to him.
yeah. Or
what is his plans?
or
what is his plans with the eye?
but here I don't know. So this is From the Ashes, A New Beginning, X-Men, or Uncanny X-Men #1. It's the cover. So, see, that's the cover.
Yeah.
So, I'll open this up real quick. And yes, I've got multiple covers. So, but there starts off to where they're dismantling the X-Mansion.
Okay.
Oh, and you got Nightcrawler's in it as well. But here's where Gambit and Rogue They are in Mexico. They meet up with Wolverine at one of the Mexican pyramids, and there's the dragon. See, look, there's the dragon. Dum-dum. And they even in Savage Avengers 14 through 16 is when they fought the dragon. Let me see if I can get the. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on, so it's even this close. It's hard to read. That and it's glaring.
Yeah, that don't look like Fin Fang.
No, it's not. It's not Lockheed either.
Probably has a name like Zaxolotl or something.
But he's the keeper of.
He's the keeper of one of the eyes.
There it is. His name's right there.
Okay,
And then the first bubble.
Okay. You insignificant gnats dare to awaken Saturang, the god snake.
There it is. That is who has the other eye. And as you go through it, it shows that. Oh, speaking of, there's the eye.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then Wolverine and Rogue distracting just enough. Gambit launches the cards, and then next thing you know, there's Gambit with the eye. See?
Mm-hmm.
And then Gambit makes a deal with him, and he flies off. And then Gambit and Rogue smoochy, and basically tell Wolverine, you better turn away because it's about ready to get hot and heavy or whatever. So, yeah.
And he's like, I've been on this planet 250 years and he ain't got none. I ain't seen her.
So yeah, awesome read. So looking forward, it's a good starting point on everything that's going on with the Uncanny X-Men. They end up back in New Orleans, in Louisiana. The Uncanny X-Men, just reading some of the what do you call it? Teasers for it. Basically makes it to where the new Uncanny X-Men's new base is Gambit and Rogue's house in New Orleans. So that's going to be cool. Watch that. So their base of operations is New Orleans.
Okay.
So that'll be cool. Wow. So looking forward to seeing that. Looking forward to a lot of stuff. A lot of the stuff in the comic books amping up real bit. In November, DC's getting ready to launch another universe with a Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman. I think most of the DC characters, but mainly those three, with all different origins. So I mean, yeah, all different origins. You know, instead of Superman landing or Kal-El landing in Kansas, he landed in the diamond mines of Brazil.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So no, I mean reading it.
It's sort of like Red Sun, but tweaked to Brazil.
I don't know. Reading it, their costumes are different. I mean, it's a.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is the guy that's writing Superman is from Kansas.
Okay.
Lives in Kansas.
Uh-huh.
And does a complete flip on Superman. Themyscira, and for instance, Wonder Woman is not from Themyscira. Batman's backstory is completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, he looks pretty cool too.
Right.
I've actually got the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, small exclusive downstairs for Batman. I'll have to show it to you after our Facebook Live. But yeah, looking forward to All In. That's what it's called. Basically, Dark Side. Because if you read any of the stuff that's going on with the Superman stuff right now, or the Marvel, or not Marvel, DC stuff right now, Dark Side has a real big thing that's going on with all the stuff that's happening with Absolute Power. So yeah, a little bit teaser there. So good reads. Superman's a good read. The X-Men stuff's heating up again, especially after the X-Men 97. Look forward for season 2 and 3. Season 3 of that has been greenlit. I know they're still working on season 2. So yeah. But no, all of so yeah, I mean, looking forward to getting out and doing some stuff. What time? I don't have my clocks up in the.
It's a little bit after 8.
A little bit after 8. All right. I know you said you got to get ready to go because you got to pick up your Rugrat.
Yep. That's such a little Rugrat.
No. They're always a Rugrat. Even
Yeah.
my 26-year-old son's still a Rugrat.
Yeah, my 28-year-old's. Yeah, he's gonna be 28.
No, and just think, it's funny. I have to laugh about this, but somebody the other day asked me why I called my daughter Turk.
Why do you call your daughter Turk?
Okay.
Short for turkey?
No.
Turd?
No.
Tick Turk?
No. Turk.
Turk. Why?
Okay. Well, I'm going to embarrass my daughter a little bit.
Turkania from Tarzan movies? How close am I?
Real close.
Okay.
Okay. My daughter, when she was born, she looked like a baby doll. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But her toes and her fingers looked like they were a mile long. So she was nicknamed by my sister Monkey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I didn't like that. So, to keep it, what?
I can kind of tell where this.
So, to keep it to where she could still be, so it's still to keep non-friction and with it, I started calling her Turk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, remember Disney's Tarzan?
Right.
Okay, what is the gorilla's name?
Turkania.
Yeah, in Tarzan.
Right.
That is my if I don't call her baby doll, and that again, that was what that was her. That was her. She was mine and Jess's little baby doll because she looked like a little porcelain doll when she was born.
Okay.
But I have called Tessa Turk, and that is now. That's not for everybody to do it. That is Dad's. That is my nickname to call her. I have called her Turk ever since then. Ever since she could answer, yeah, Dad, and get up and run across the living room and pounce me.
Right.
She has been. I have nicknamed her Turk ever since.
Well, Darren's got a nickname. I call him Punky. And
that's all because he goes, "Yeah, Hydra."
No, that
that you just started calling him a little shit.
that's what I call him a little butthole. But yeah, when he was real little, his first trick or treat, he's just a little chump, and so his mom dressed him in an orange onesie, and it had like a little pumpkin face on it.
Right.
So I said, give him a pumpkin, and he's been pumpkin ever since.
Oh.
But I shortened it to Punky because he's getting too big to just be pumpkin.
But yeah, that is the reason why Tessa's nickname is Turk. She is named after Turkania her nickname come after Turkania, the gorilla from the Tarzan from the Tarzan cartoon.
You know all this, right?
Yeah. Because she was our little monkey.
She was our little monkey. She was
Now you're their big monkey.
So that is how that nickname. So if you ever hear me yell at her and say Turk, and that's exactly what that is. And if you see her coming, that is it. So yeah.
Turk and Tarzan.
Where's my Wonder Woman coaster at?
That's okay.
So yeah, so her nickname has been Turk.
You're gonna get leveled.
Quite literally, you're leveling her in. But no, other than that, no, so yeah.
You're about to level up.
Come on.
I don't guarantee there's any up to it for you.
Come here. This is my pretty puppy dog. This is Athena.
Mm-hmm.
So she's getting old up there. She's about 16 years old. She's mud.
She's only 15.
She's a mutt. She's going blind and deaf.
What?
She's okay.
Smacked him.
So she's going blind and deaf. Unfortunately, I hate to say that, but she is spoiled just as bad as my kids. So yes, and I don't.
Kids are not spoiled; they just smell that way.
Oh, okay. Well, come on. You treat your cat just as much as I about the same way I treat her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My cat is spoiled.
Yeah. So, but no.
Adrian.
What other comments we got on it? Yes. Oh, by the way, you got mail.
You got mail.
Let's see. No, but yeah, I just.
Yeah, looking at the stills for the Superman Legacy film. Okay.
I'm looking forward
The
to it.
costumes of Mr. Terrific and Hawk Girl are pretty good. I'm not a fan of the Guy Gardner outfit.
Yeah, I
Or the
mean,
hairdo. I mean, they just.
well, the bowl cut is.
Yeah.
I mean, because you gotta figure though. I mean, I'm hoping that this is, again, this might be a Superman from maybe the 80s.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, they're going more of a classic style suit and everything else. The Superman suit, again, I don't want to say anything bad about the movie or, seeing stills, we can throw conspiracy theories or theories out there like crazy. But, I mean, until we actually get to see a trailer, and honestly, I could probably see us getting a trailer by Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And because that is going to be the big movie. I mean, it'll be 7 months. Super Bowl's usually January?
Yeah.
Early February? So that gives you 6-7 months to build the hype.
Right. Well, see, the thing with Nathan Fillion, I'm used to hearing his voice when I'm watching Green Lantern and the animated stuff.
Right.
So him doing Guy Gardner's kind of just, he's
Off
Green
a little
Lantern,
bit,
but it's
right.
off a little bit. And the suit is more white than it is green. And it looks more like a
There's a...
leather biker suit.
From what I'm understanding, if you look close at the Green Lantern suit that he's wearing, it's a I was reading something that it looks like there's like a corporation logo or insignia on it.
Right.
So it wasn't the traditional Green Lantern Corps or Green Lantern logo. It was it was something else, like a corporation,
Right.
not necessarily LexCorp, but something to that effect.
Okay.
So, and again, I don't want to judge what I see, what the movie's going to be by stills, because again,
I mean,
James Gunn clearly stated himself, because people are going, man, you're spoiling the movie. You're doing this. You're doing. He goes, don't even. He goes, the thing for James Gunn was like, you ain't seen even half of it.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, he goes, don't believe what you see type deals, and it's like, I like that. So I'm looking forward to seeing. I'm looking forward to seeing a good trailer. I mean, that's, yeah. Oh, good. But I see us getting a good trailer. I wish they, I'd love to be able. I hope now that the Deadpool movie's over, I hope we get to see some action figures or some other form of media from the Deadpool Wolverine movie.
Mm-hmm.
That was one thing I missed with this one is, for the last several movies, they haven't brought out a lot of figures for the last several movies are out there. I miss that because you could actually get in there and I think the reason why they're not is because they've teased, they accidentally put out a figure that, oops, we just teased this character.
Right.
So in Superman, I'm hoping they bring out some good Superman figures for when they start doing the new Marvel or new DC universe, with James Gunn. So I'm hoping we get to see some new figures with that. I was flipping through my Facebook and I saw a fan made custom Channing Tatum Gambit figure.
Okay.
It actually looked real good. So, but yes,
we got to talk about the elephant in the room. Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of the idea.
Why?
Well, for one thing,
I ain't got my phone, but he was Dr. Doom.
yeah, I know he was Dr. Doom.
Tony Stark was Dr. Doom in the comics.
Yeah, but that was sort of a what if
No,
kind of
what?
thing, wasn't it?
No.
Are they going to pull that kind of thing? Where are they going with this? That's what I'm wanting to know. I mean, is it Tony Stark being Dr. Doom? Or is this
Victor Von Doom.
Victor Von Doom?
I don't know.
That's,
I mean, because
that's
but the thing is, here's the thing, with it being multiverse, they could do whatever. I mean,
Right.
it could be that universe's version of Victor Von Doom looks like
that
Tony
might
Stark.
That might be too.
and he
After
jumps
all the
into
problems they've had with Fantastic Four, I would like to see them get the MCU treatment and actually have a decent Fantastic Four. Okay.
Yeah.
And
The first one with Jessica Alba and all them, and
that wasn't bad.
that was a good rendition. When they lost it in the second movie.
Right.
And then when they did the remake, that one
just totally
clearly,
trashed.
that one.
I mean, I've got it in my collection, but I never watch it, and it's just.
I don't have it in the collection, but it's one of them that. I mean, you have to put in your mind that this is a multiverse movie.
Right.
I mean, that's what you have to do.
I mean, Dr. Doom, I don't know why it is. He's one of the most evilest villains you got in comic books. And kicks it out of the park as a villain.
Yeah.
But for some reason, they're having a hard time adapting him to the silver screen.
Yeah.
You either get this generic,
Well,
yeah.
look at Doomsday.
I mean, Julian Sands' version was just like, it was borderline camp. But then the remake, that was just a train wreck.
Yeah.
So.
Well, look at Doomsday from Superman.
Right.
Look at how many iterations they've done of him.
Right.
You start off with what they did in the animated movie. Everybody looks at, oh my God, the comic book was so perfect. And the comic book was the comic book was perfect. The origin of Doomsday was, the problem is they went away from the origin of the Doomsday character.
Right.
The Doomsday character was something created in a lab.
Mm-hmm.
It was already a creature. It wasn't a, it was a Kryptonian creature, basically.
Right.
And they take it and they shuttle this thing off into a small ship out into the wasteland until it dies. This infant.
Mm-hmm.
Once it dies, they take the scavengers, they pick the carcass up, bring it back to the lab, and regenerate it.
Right.
Shoot it back out there until it dies. And they kept doing this and doing this.
And it keeps weeding out the imperfections
Right.
that to die the last time, so that it becomes harder and
Right.
harder to kill as it goes. Yes.
Then it got to the point to where they couldn't control it. Everything was, they couldn't control it. It was pretty much the perfect killing machine.
Right.
And because they couldn't control it, they found a way to knock it out and send it to Earth.
Right.
And it got buried thousands of meters in the Earth's surface.
Right.
Then you have the death of Superman when it resurrects.
Right.
Okay. And its only thing is destruction. Well, that is the origin and what you have. Superman, the same thing. When Superman takes it, kills him,
Mm-hmm.
snaps his neck with a mighty blow, and as Cyborg straps him to an asteroid and shoots him into the oblivion. What happens while he's flying through space? He wakes up. Even space can't kill him.
Right.
Where there is no oxygen. So, I mean,
Right.
they just made him literally immortal. He became a god at
Right.
that point.
Right.
He comes back to Earth.
Yes.
They defeat him, and they find a way, Superman finds a way to defeat him again.
Mm-hmm.
Now to this point, way Superman defeats him, and this is in the New 52.
Okay.
Okay. Superman literally rips him in half.
Okay.
Completely, yeah. I mean, you can't come back from that, and he doesn't.
Okay.
Okay? But as Superman's laying there, and again, this is the New 52 stuff.
Right.
As Superman's laying there, he gets infected with the Doomsday blood
Okay.
and ends up transforming into Super Doomsday until he is able to. Basically, he battles himself. He purges it out of himself,
Right.
and then comes back.
Right.
That's in the New 52 story. Well,
Okay.
they end up bringing him back when they do Rebirth.
Mm-hmm.
Then when they do, and I think they finally ended up sending him to the Phantom Zone. I think at that point.
Okay.
Then when they did the 40-year anniversary
Mm-hmm.
of Superman, the death of Superman,
Right.
they brought out a special. And apparently the special, in the special, there is a scene in there. Basically, it's a Superman fights Doomsday again.
Okay.
Okay, but this time, everybody's like, wait a minute, didn't Dad, Jonathan's alive now.
Okay.
So everybody's like, wait a minute, didn't Dad already fight this guy and take care of him?
Right.
Come to find out, in the battle, back in the 90s,
Mm-hmm.
they, when Superman's battling him and he actually breaks one of the bone protrusions from Doomsday,
Mm-hmm.
okay, a family member goes, ooh, some person finds it, goes, ooh, a souvenir from,
Right.
and basically turns it into a keepsake, and he ends up getting infected by it. It takes almost 40 years, but he gets infected by it and ends up becoming another form of Doomsday.
Oh, Lord.
So, and that's the newest Doomsday. So this little bone shard is radiant enough to terraform somebody into Doomsday.
Mm-hmm.
And so they end up saving this guy.
In fact, Batman has actually
turned into Doomsday.
Turned
But,
into
but he
Doomsday.
did that with a serum.
right. He did that with Sir. Right. So you're saying Doomsday is contagious?
Yes. But the thing is, now you look at the animated series. Animated series, they got him right in The Death of Superman when they did the comic, when they did the adaptation, the first adaptation, and then when they did the DCAU, when they did the death and, the way they killed Superman off and that, I thought that was an awesome iteration for him.
Right.
When they did, I think there was an animated, when he was in the animated series. It was okay, but again, a little bit off. Now going into live action, Smallville. The Beast portion of it, of the character, was great. How he would flip back and forth between what was it, Davis Bloom?
Yeah.
And Doomsday. I thought that was that was
a slop job.
Yeah. Then you have until he couldn't control himself, and then he was permanently Doomsday. That just no.
Right.
But the costume for Doomsday, almost spot on from what the comic book was.
Right.
Then you fast forward to Batman v Superman.
Okay.
Okay. Them turning General Zod into Doomsday.
Yeah.
Now, the theory that what they did with Zod turning to Doomsday is somewhat comic book accurate. Okay, because again, you have a being that dies, you terraform him, he dies, you bring him back.
Right.
But here's the kick. Because of the blood of Luthor, it contaminated it, and that's what you had. That's what turns Zod into Doomsday.
Okay.
Okay. If you don't listen to the dialogue, you miss that.
Right.
Because as he gives Zod's body to the mothership,
right,
he cuts his hand.
Right.
Okay. And puts it and drops the blood into the ooze or what it is as it sucks in. And it says, you have contaminated this sample or whatever it says.
Yeah.
And so now you have the abomination of this creature, again, an infant.
Right.
It's not the fully developed Doomsday.
Okay.
But it is Doomsday.
Right.
So, but now you've got Doomsday with all these new powers. It didn't really get into that into the comics.
Okay.
But again, here now the reason why I think that would now here's the kicker. In the comic books, he was a different creature.
Right.
In Smallville, it was a different creature.
Right.
Now in Batman v Superman, the reason why Doomsday in Batman v Superman had Superman-like powers is because it was frickin' Zod.
Right.
So it could shoot the breath. It could shoot the lasers out of the eyes.
Right.
It had all of Zod's powers.
Right.
So, but then every time he got injured, just like the original Doomsday, he adapted and grew to where it would not do something for him.
Right.
So we were seeing the infant Doomsday terraforming. It just so happened they were able to Superman killed off Doomsday.
Right.
by sacrifice.
But
Now,
about that?
yeah, if we would have gotten the rest of Snyder's vision, we may have gotten to see a fully blown Doomsday.
Okay.
So I think we were going in the right direction to get a good,
Right.
bigger Doomsday.
Right.
But because of Snyder leaving, or because them stopping the Snyderverse,
Right.
as they call it, we didn't get to see it.
Right.
We didn't get to see the big battle with Darkseid.
Right.
Now, fast forward to Krypton. I haven't seen all of season 2, and yes, I own it.
Okay.
But from what I understand, Krypton, the TV show Krypton, has the best version of Doomsday since the comic book.
Okay.
You see him at the end of season 1, and then he's a big part of season 2, which is the final season of Krypton. Hey, speaking of, I'm wearing a shirt.
Yeah.
Now, for what we see in Superman Lois, when they turn Bizarro when Luthor turns Bizarro into Doomsday,
Right.
you're going, again, we've got Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type shaped Doomsday.
Right.
Remember League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
Yes.
Okay, the way you see Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, like in mid transformation,
Right.
half small, half big.
Right.
That's the Doomsday you get in Superman and Lois. Okay, so that's but the thing is they've got the story somewhat, or the origin of the Doomsday character somewhat correct. It is a Kryptonian style creature
Okay.
that is killed and reborn.
Right.
Killed and reborn. Killed and reborn. So that is what you've got. That is how Luthor creates the Doomsday character,
Right.
from Bizarro to Doomsday in Superman and Lois. So you've got the birth of the Doomsday character.
Right.
So I can't wait until we get to see Superman and Lois final season 4, starting this month, I believe it is. No, is it this month? October, I think it is. And it's only supposed to be 10 episodes, and they're supposed to do the what I'm hearing is the death and the resurrection of Superman.
Right.
But that might be just in the first. But it starts with the season of the season 1. The season premiere is a 2-hour season premiere. So
Right.
I got a feeling they're cramming that into
Right.
a 2-hour.
You're going to see death in the first part, and then you're going to see the
resurrection in the
resurrection
second. I got a feeling that's what we're going to see.
Yeah.
I just wish they would do that storyline. I wish they would do Doomsday justice, because you're talking about what we're talking about, Doctor Doom being
Right.
being a baddie. Doomsday is one of DC's biggest baddies. You
Right.
cannot kill that character.
Right.
As in, put Doomsday versus Darkseid. Doomsday wins hands down. Darkseid might beat him. Doomsday's going to resurrect and come back. Doomsday has come back from hell.
Right.
And, so again, you've got an unstoppable figure that can literally wipe everybody out in the DC universe.
Right.
As long as that character's done correctly.
Right.
Only Superman can stop it. Oh. But yeah, it's what time is it? I don't.
It's
8:30.
about
8:30. Now you're gonna have to get ready to go.
Yeah, I can.
On that, like I said, on top of that, let's see what we got.
Okay.
Jonathan Bridges. Hey, John.
Bridges watching. Amanda Williams is watching.
Hey, Amanda. How's it going?
Hi, Amanda. Yeah.
Real quick, again, end of the month, we have Toyman up at the Machinist Hall in Bridgeton.
Right.
We have something going on in Cape on the
31st.
Is it a private event or is it a? We've got it on our calendar, so
Meet and greet.
we're doing a meet and greet at Capitol Hall Park.
Right.
I think it's Capitol Hall Park.
I think,
I'm pretty sure.
It's in Cape.
It's in Cape.
We're
It's
not
in Cape.
specifying the park until I have the rest of the details.
Yeah.
But chances are.
Yeah. So and then from there we have.
On the 2nd of September would be the Advanced Labor Day.
Advanced Labor Day.
Advanced Labor Day picnic.
Right.
Fair,
And then we go from that into SEMOCon.
Right.
So yeah, look forward to seeing us out there. And again, anybody have any events that they would like Heroes for Kids to be at? Or special events, hospital visits, or anything like that. Visit a school, visit schools, hospitals. We do birthdays, and for occasionally, and to let people know, we do not charge for appearances.
Right.
It is something we love doing. We do not charge for appearances. Yes, I will shave the scruff. Jess is over there smiling. Yes, Superman will come out, and yes, we will get the characters together. If we can't make it, we do know of a few other organizations that would be more than welcome to help out. So please shoot us messages. We also online for donations and stuff for Heroes for Kids. We have photos that we sign and auction. We have photos that we'll sign for people. We also will do phone messages, Skyping, stuff as well. Jess will have to re-put those on our page. We do those as well. And again, 100% of the money that gets raised for the birthdays that we go to, say if we do a birthday party, all we ask for is a small donation to Heroes for Kids, not us.
Right.
That money goes into Heroes for Kids, and that gets put toward our next event that we are raising money for. So if anybody and the same thing with the photos that we autograph, or the when we do the Skyping or the video messages and stuff like that for people.
Right.
If you want to donate, that's what that is for. It all goes to, heck, I have no problem running in and throwing on the Superman suit for somebody. I love doing it. I know you don't have a problem doing that for Captain America, Batman, and I'll even throw on Gambit and have fun with it. So, so again, please, like I said, contact us and we'll see what we can do to help. Jess, do you have anything?
No.
Dennis?
Nope. Sounds like we got everything covered for the next month or so.
All right. So we love everybody. Look forward to seeing you at Bridgeton on the 25th. In Bridgeton on the 25th. Down in Cape on the 31st, and in Advance on the 2nd. So we love everybody. Thank you for your support. Contact us, please. Also, check out our Facebook page, which you're on. Check out our Instagram page with the same name as our Facebook page, which is Heroes for Kids, Perry Vimo. And also check out all of our other videos and some of the fun stuff we do when we go out on our YouTube page, which is Heroes for Kids, Perry Vimo. You all have a good night. We love you. Thank you.